Hello, everyone, and welcome to my live stream. I'm just looking for my phone to just double check that we're on Facebook. Oh, I've got my Facebook tab. I've got my Facebook tab open, so now I know for sure that I'm going live on Facebook. Okay, so today I want to talk to you about school games and specifically also the Skool platform in general. So the Skool platform in general, and specifically the Skool games, I recently switched my Facebook group onto Skool. And to be honest, it's a work in progress to get people to switch platforms. And it's an adjustment, but I switched to the Skool games because it's much less distracting. There are fewer distractions and pop-ups and there's the opportunity to make really great connections in these groups that are really focused on one thing. Multiple people who want one thing get together and actually interact with each other. That is the goal. And I'm going to talk about Skool from two perspectives. One is just as a participant and user, and the other is as a community organizer. And so I'm a participant and a community organizer. I have my own community up there, and I also participate in many other activities in different groups. And my experience has been so awesome and wonderful in these other communities. That's why I created my own community there. And so I'm going to show you behind the scenes what it's all about there. And I'm also going to show you about the Skool games. Now, the Skool games, briefly, is games around uh, starting your community. And so, for those of you out there who want a better solution than Facebook, or maybe you don't even like Facebook, but here you are watching me. um, and you want some place to create a community that is more connected, then the Skool games is going to be interesting to you. If you just want to be part of a community to focus on one topic and grow in that area, this will also be of interest to you. So for me, I I like I said, I'm part of multiple groups. Some are free and some are paid. And and so I'm just going to share my screen and introduce you to what Skool is all about and why it might be something that you want to check out for free. And the next step, maybe you want to create your own community and you're wanting to see how to maximize your efforts to do that and have fun at the same time. I'm going to talk about that too. Okay. We're going to share my screen here and we will start with my community. Yes, let's start with my community. And we'll go from there. Share screen. There we go. Okay, so here you can see my community. So this is a free community that I created for people who want to unearth their personal stories. And for entrepreneurs, this is a great way of growing your know, like, and trust factor. Also aligning your business with your vision and attracting right fit clients. And it's something that once you get your story straight, then everything falls into place. I know that there are a lot of entrepreneurs that they're, including me, that I felt after a while that the business was running me instead of the other way around. And I kind of forgot my original passion and vision for starting my business online in the first place. And when I go back to story and when I help clients go back to the story, get clarity on their vision and their purpose and what lights them up, they realign their goals and their mindset so that it switches that it flips that switch so that they're running the business, they're back in charge. But the Story Lounge is also for people who maybe you don't have a business, but you do want to unearth your personal stories for your own personal development. And this is the neat thing about stories is that, entrepreneurs come to me thinking like, oh yeah, I just want some other new thing to plug into my business and get more clients. But story and unearthing your stories is a transformational process. You yourself undergo a transformation when you spend time unearthing your stories. And people who just want to look back on their life and write about their life and, understand it and share their stories and leave a legacy, they also undergo a transformation. It's impossible to unearth your personal stories and not go through a transformation. And in that way, anybody who is working with story is an alchemist because you're taking things that are disparate and spread out and kind of incoherent and creating something that is amazing. You're creating this foundation and a place to stand and own your power, own your creativity, and own your business. So it's all wrapped up in one. So whether you are an entrepreneur, which is the main focus, or if you just want to unearth stories because you know that it's going to improve your personal and your professional life, then this is the place for you. Now, as I say, this is free, but this is what it looks like, the interface, all the uh, communities. Every single community has the same interface. So if you join multiple ones, you would know how to navigate them. And it's pretty simple. So we have a classroom, and this is where all the recordings and trainings are. Recently, I did the storytelling micro summit, and that was included your overall introduction, the schedule, and then additional speakers after our micro summit was over. And that is just available here in the classroom. That required that you actually register. And but other things, there's things here that you can do for free. You can watch my previous trainings, and we have virtual dinner parties. We have the Story Circle workshop. Here are some experiences from people, and that is actually coming up on the 21st of March. So you can see in our calendar. And when you click on the calendar, this is the RSVP form that you need to fill out for it. And same thing for the pop-up mastermind. Fill out that, and then you'll get the Zoom link. And this is actually very limited space. There's only room for 8 people to join us. So if you're interested in doing a brainstorming mastermind activity with your peers, then that's something that you'll want to check out. Now, you see here that there's a flame, and that is the Skool games. Now, I'm going to come back to that in a second. The thing that I want to show you first, because I want to first talk about the 3 things that you can do. And so here, the Skool community. So the people who created this platform, they have their own free community. And you can see we have almost 50,000 members in there, and it's quite active. And recently, Alex Hormozy came on as an investor and a partner in Skool because he saw the amazing potential for it. And when he came on board, they created the thing called the Skool Games, excuse me, which I'll talk about in a second. But first, I want to show you, uh, the resources that you have here. So in the classroom, you have Skool 101, and it teaches you everything, how the school works, creating a group, inviting members, customizing the group, creating a course, the calendar, and common patterns that he noticed, Sam Ovens noticed in what people were doing, because people are doing interesting and innovative things within the platform. How to incentivize people with prizes, and how to use the text editor. So everything that you want to know about building your own community is in there. And we'll go back to the classroom again. This also is a super interesting one. This is something that I've looked through thoroughly. You can see I went through the whole thing 100%. And this is actually by Andrew Kirby. And he's a YouTube person. And he started his community, the Synthesizer School. And it's a free community. It's got almost 4,000 people in there now. And so this is a really cool community. So if you're looking for free communities to join, this could be one for you in addition to mine. Um, and uh, so he goes through and about, how to use a free group funnel to lead to monetization. And so of course we all want money, but the thing that he prioritizes and emphasizes throughout this whole mini training is the importance of doing your free community just for the community that you want to help and that you love them. And your sole purpose is not to get money from them, because people can feel that if that's the only thing that you're after is what's in their pockets. So he really emphasizes that your free community should be in service, and that in fact everything that you do in your business should be of service. And so everything he talks about comes from that perspective. But of course, there's going to be some people in your free group who want to ascend and get more detail and more in depth and more of you. And yeah, so you have an offer ready, and periodically you invite people to that offer. But he talks about all of that in here. And he talks about, the rationale and how to create community and even a movement. That's like so super amazing. Um, so I highly recommend that you join the Skool community, and just for free. And you can join my community for free. Um, and learn more, about story if that's of interest to you. But also, like I said, if you join the Skool platform, make an effort to join the actual Skool community. This is something that I didn't do until a few months after I was using the platform as a user, as a participant, and I was blown away by the wealth of information that's available in here. And there's so many people who are sharing their knowledge freely in this. And so I'm going to go back here to the classroom. Skool secrets curations. Now, this just should blow your mind because all of this is things that people have shared in the community about how they have made a success in school. Max Perzon, he actually gave away a 7-hour training about what he's doing and how you can do it. And how to grow your Skool community. So this is Ted. He hosted a free Skool community growth challenge to celebrate 2,000 members, and so how he does that, um, and so how Ted uses Skool. And these are all links to things that they've shared freely about what they do and how they did it, right? So nobody is holding things back. Everybody is just doing just an amazing job of, giving first, right? Give first, serve the people, and how Stefan uses it. So you can click on and anything here, you can click on it and read more about it and also watch the video. Okay. So it's really simple to find out, how people have done what they've done and where their information is. And, somebody might be in a niche that you don't resonate with, but it could be interesting to just see like how did they do it? And you can pick and choose from these different people who are so freely sharing about how they have made a success in school. So if that's something that interests you to create a community, excuse me, create a community that that's a free community that eventually will lead to a paid community, and then you create a separate community there, or you can have them all in the same one and create what's called a hybrid one. But there's a lot of possibilities. And so the other thing I wanted to share with you here is the school games. So I've already talked about how, you can just get onto the Skool platform, surround yourself with like-minded peers focused on one topic per group, and encourage each other and grow in community, because we know that we advance further and deeper if we are in community than if we're on our own. Now, within the Skool platform interface, you can see here it tells you things that are happening, the next thing that's happening in the calendar. And Evelyn Weiss is somebody who I think she was on third or something. I can't remember, but she was on the leaderboard of the Skool games last month, and so the Sam Ovens and Alex Hormozy are all the platform creators. They are going to be interviewing the people who won the ranked high in the leaderboard. So I'm actually going to show you the leaderboard here. Yeah, leaderboards. Okay. So so this is the leaderboard as of the 1st of March, but let's take a look at February. So February was the first month for the Skool games. And what it is you create your community, and you actually get a 14-day free trial. And this is my referral link. And so if you're interested in trying it out for 14 days, I would appreciate it if you would use my affiliate link. But in any case, um, you sign up, and it's free uh, to sign up for Skool. But if you want to participate in the Skool games, then you will need to become a paying member of the Skool community, and it's $99 a month. But you do get a free 14-day trial. And in that 14 days, what I highly recommend you do is go to the instructions here, um, and figure out, go through all of this. And this is really super short training. And Alex Hormozy, it just cuts to the chase. He doesn't draw it out and make a big long song and dance of it. He just gives you the information that you need to go forward. And so the competition is to see how many people that you can get into your community, into your paid community. And then the person who has the most people who have signed up within the month, they so rank in the top 10, and you win 1 day with Hormozy at his Vegas headquarters to collaborate with other winners and mastermind to take your business to the next level. And if you're not in the top 10, everybody who gets 3 paid members will unlock the 1 day with Hormozy event recording. So that means that, let's say you have a paid group that's only $7 a month, but you got 3 people, and you will get these recordings of the mastermind that they have with Hormozy. So it's the next best thing to getting that training. Okay. And if you refer 3 friends to the Skool games, you get Skool for free. So what that means is that it's $99 a month, and there is and you get a percentage, right? So refer people to the Skool games and you earn 40% of the monthly revenue for life. So Skool is $99 a month. One referral equals $40. And so actually, if you refer 3 friends, you're in the profit of making $21 extra because your fee is covered. So that's what that means. Um, and and so in February, these were the top people. So you can see Max Perzon. He has that free training that I showed you already. Okay. And Evelyn Weiss, she is going to be interviewed in less than 4 hours about what she did. And she had an $8 offer. And, she ended up making so many sales and got to the second place. And so at least the top three, there might be more of the top 10 that you'll get to hear from about how they did it. And like I said, just check in and see if any of those methods resonate with you. Um, and yeah, so in March, the leaderboard here, this ranking, MRR ranking, it reset to 0. And so now there's a new contest. So every month, at least for this next year, there is going to be these prizes. So every month you get a new opportunity. And so even if you start one this month and you're not able to monetize it, go through all of the information and learn and implement immediately, right? Don't sit on your learning, implement immediately and take action. That is so important. You could win next month or the month after. And the the other thing that I wanted to show you just to um this here is super important to read. Alex Hermosi. I'm going to read it for you. And Alex swears a little bit. So just plug your ears at those points and don't let that get in the way of getting the good stuff here from this message. And so Alex says to everyone about to start the Skool games who thinks they're losing because they don't have a huge audience or lots of money or some deep expertise, because a lot of people I speak to say, yeah, but I don't have a lot of followers. I haven't started yet. There's all of these limiting beliefs or excuses that come up. So listen, if that's you, listen in on this. He says, you're wrong. This is one of the thousands of videos he made while he was sleeping at his gym. Okay. So he has a rags to riches story. And he actually took shots before filming because he was so nervous. So he was so afraid to look not cool, right? And I'll just show you this picture here. That was his first video that he did way back when. And he had 0 watches on it. He had a 10-year-old car and he had no home. 11 years later, who cares about that video, right? No one. And in fact, maybe even the opposite. Yeah, we care about it because we can see you can start from 0 and you can be a success, right? So the output of the video wasn't the likes and comments I got, it was who I became, right? So just the very fact that he did it, even though the circumstances weren't ideal, he did it. He took action. And he said, you can see me now and act like I came out of the box this way, but nothing is farther from the truth, right? He didn't come out being an entrepreneur just like popping up, like a mushroom overnight, right? It didn't happen. It doesn't happen for anybody that way. And and it sucked for a while, and it'll suck for you too, he says. And you'll wonder, maybe not for weeks or months, but maybe even for years, you'll wonder if you'll ever be successful. But the one thing that took him way too long to learn is that he was already successful. Soon as he made this video, he was successful. He was taking action because he was going all in. He decided that this is who I am. This is what I want to do. I'm going all in. And any kind of obstacle that comes your way is not is not something designed necessarily to make your life miserable. It's the universe testing you to see if you're really serious about being the person who you want to be. You know, George Eliot, the writer, says that it's never too late to be who you were meant to be. And it's actually better though to start now instead of later, right? So if you're watching this video and you're thinking like, "Oh, but I got to do this and I got to do that before I'm able to go out and do what I want to do." No, you got to change that. Right now, today is the day. This moment is the day that you get to decide that you are going to do this, right? You get to decide who you are. And once you decide that, you take action, and it could be joining the school games. You know, that might resonate with you. It may be doing something else, but for goodness sakes, whatever it is, make sure you take action. Don't let another day go by and then you think like, "Oh, yeah, I was going to do that yesterday, but then I didn't. And oh, now today I'm too busy, so I'm going to do it tomorrow." And then tomorrow comes and you forgot what it was that you said that you were going to do. And before you know it, a month has gone by, a week is, another month. Um, and it goes on like that. And then a year later, you look back and you say, "Oh, darn, why didn't I start that?" Right. And, Alex says is that, all of this is to say that you're not failing, you're just early. You're early in the stages of your dream coming true. And so the games begin when you take action. And he says here, it's not about winning this month. It's about not giving up for a year and seeing how different your life is 12 months from now. Because we know that if you don't do something different today, 1 year later, it's going to look the same as the year before, right? So don't don't do that to yourself, right? Really decide who you're going to be and then take action towards that. And, then you look around and everyone keeps asking about how you did it when in reality it never just happened, right? Because it's just that you never stopped, right? So get clear on what you want to do and then take action to make it happen. And so there's so many gems that are in the school community itself, right? As I mentioned before, the school community is free and you get tons and tons of information in there. And there's a lot more to go through there. Um, but then also, there are other groups as well that you can join. So you can see the groups that I'm in. These are all paid groups that I'm in. I'm a school affiliate as well because I'm just so crazy about this. This is a free one, Community Creators Club, and it's all about helping you create your own community. Um, and yeah, so invisible marketing and Safe Heart Connections. So there's quite a few. And Synthesizer School, that was the one that I mentioned to you before. And when you ask to join, you fill out these questions, and then you are able to join and comment. And because actually this is a public group, my group is a private one. I'll just go over here and show you the difference here. So my group is private. And so you won't be able to see all of this. You'll just see the about page when you come here and then ask to join. But um, the Synthesizer School by Andrew Kirby, he has that free training in the school community that I just showed you a little while ago. And here you can see his classroom, and you can actually go through everything. You can go through all of everything. You can't mark as done though because my application is pending. Um, and but you can consume all of this information. The only thing is that you don't get is the access to the community, and it's 8,500 members. There's almost 10,000 members that are going to be in there very soon. And when you go through the videos, where Andrew talks about creating his community, the Synthesizer School, he just talks about how it's so great to have a group of people who are so helpful with each other. And yes, there is that competition with the leaderboards, and you can see here in this in the Synthesizer School, I'm not on the leaderboard because haven't joined the group yet, but you can see the people who have been participating here, and then what they get when they get to a certain level, right? So in this one here, they lock the chat until you've got up to um, level 2, so 5 points. And the way that the reason that some groups do that is because it's a privilege, right, to be reaching out to people, especially that you've just got to know them. So they don't want people immediately coming in here and then cold calling and DM people. They you want to establish your presence and start building a relationship before you reach out to people, because this is another thing that in the Facebook chats and on Facebook, how many cold DMs do we get of people who only want our money? There's like appointment setters and coaches and all this kind of stuff doing cold DM. And not only does it not work very efficiently, it also makes people upset. And so this is one way that a community has created that rule that, you don't cold DM anybody unless you already have chatted with them in the community, right? On the community threads. And yeah. So, it's like if you joined a real-time group and you just walked in, got a list of the names, and then phoned everybody or went to their home and knocked on the door and asked them for money, right? Like nobody would appreciate that. And so that's the rationale behind that. And then you get a profile template, and these other levels haven't been gamified, because you can see that there is so much engagement. There's 141 people online right now in this group. And one of the things that Andrew Kirby was saying is that people have made local meetups based on the people they're meeting here. Right? And they have a weekly accountability group, and he doesn't do this accountability group. Um, Oh yeah, so I can't see the calendar because it has all links and I'm not a member yet. But in the videos that you have free access to, he shows that I think it's on Saturdays or so, that there are weekly accountability meetings, and the members in his group just started doing that. And so he formalized it by, having one Zoom link, under the canopy of the Synthesizer School, so that they all could um, go to one central place and do these online accountability meetings. And Andrew doesn't do anything with that. He just created the link and put it into the calendar, and away they go. Same thing with the local meetups. He isn't doing that either. And so that he addresses the time it takes him to manage the group. And even though there's 8,500 people in there, it doesn't take him a lot. Takes him a few minutes every day, maybe around an hour in a total week, just to manage it. And that was the other thing that he mentioned, that on Facebook, there's so much that has to go into managing it, and that you have to show up and you have to like really galvanize things. And he shows up. He definitely does show up. This is a pinned post from him on January 16, and he'll show up and he organizes activities to celebrate, 1,000, 2,000 members. And so that there are activities that he facilitates, and you know keeps his hand in the group, but it doesn't take like 10 hours a day for him to manage, right? So that's the other thing that some people were saying, yeah, I already do a Facebook group and it takes so much energy and it just energy suck. And I don't want to have another one that I'm responsible for. And in fact, when it's set up correctly, it kind of runs itself. And yeah, so I want to show you the leaderboard for another community. So this is the Secrets of Success affiliates. And this is something that I'm involved in, and because I believe in personal development, which stories, unearthing your personal stories is a form of personal development. And so this Secrets of Success is a personal development library that Russell Brunson has put together, and it has people from the personal development world, the authors from the beginning of that movement, and including some women and lots of other people that we have never heard about. We've heard of Napoleon Hill, but those people that kind of started the movement, including one woman, Elise Bennett, then you can see when you read her books, you can see where Napoleon Hill probably got some of his ideas as well. So it's really interesting. And anyway, so I'm at level 6 right now. And when I get to level 7, I'll be able to have a one-on-one call with Doug. I only need 1,419 points to get there. But you can see that I'm pretty active here, and I'm second on the leaderboard here. I'm first on the leaderboard here, and I'm fifth on the leaderboard, the 7-day leaderboard. So leaderboards, like this is all time. And so this is like a running total of all of your participation. And you can see, where? Yeah, you can see here all of my participation, and the lighter ones, no activities if it's gray, and the most 10 or more activities every day, the dark green ones. And so you can see that I joined in August, and this is a compilation of all of my activity across the Skool platform, not just in this one. But you can see that in August, I was pretty active. September and October, I wasn't so active because I was teaching, and I had a ton of courses and students and whatnot. So that took a lot of my time. But after I got into the flow of the semester, I did my challenge. I did an online challenge, and I was much more active in Skool as well. And then I was able to pretty much be active for the rest of that time. And I established a rhythm and a schedule. The in December, again, exam time, so I didn't do as much. But then in January, I came back seriously determined. And so here I am at March. So you can see the activity of the people in your group as well. And so, like I said, when you get to here, that I'll be able to get a one-on-one call with Doug Boughton, and he's my coach in um, audience and offer mastery. So this is a paid community, and and you can see that I am all time on the 4th here. So and I have already got my one-on-one call with Doug here, and I've got access to all of these gifts here. But if you see the Community Creators Club, and this is a free group. You can see that there aren't that many things. There's a spotlight interview. And so I just have 738 points to get there. And so if you have a free community, oftentimes they won't have gifts at every level. But if you have a paid community, then there often are more things to unlock, right? And so again, that's just like a model for you, but it also helps people um get motivated to unlock things, like in the classroom here. I have access to a ton of stuff, and there's other things that I don't. And often, and because they're unlocked at a certain level, right? See, this unlocks at level 8, this unlocks at level 9. Um, so yeah. And so for me, on my leaderboard, um, once you get to level 5, you get to access the story summit. When you get to level 6, you can access the boost summit. And I talk more about, what those are, but, you get access to things that are paid programs and paid summits. And so, um, yeah. So the Yeah. So to get to level 4, all you need is 65 points. And in fact, getting to level 5 with 155 points, you could do that in a couple of days, right? It's really simple to get to that level. It's just based on your engagement. So every time that you post and somebody likes your post because they think it's valuable, you get a point. And so the idea is that you read other people's posts and you comment on them and you like it, and then that builds community. And at the same time that builds community, that builds your leaderboard standing, and you get to unlock certain things. Yeah, so that's the overview of Skool. And I want to show you this video. Okay, so this is so fun. I'm going to make sure, let me see. Let me stop the share because wait, oh yeah, share computer sound. Okay. This is, yeah, want to make sure that you can hear this. So last month and then this month, and for every month coming up at the beginning and the first day of the month, um, uh, um, Alex Hormozy and Sam Ovens, they get on, and there's a countdown. There's a 30-minute countdown to starting the games on the first of the month. And I attended the one last month. And when I did, I thought like, oh wow, we're just like sitting there for a half an hour watching the clock come down, and these guys are chatting. And I thought, wow, like this is not a really good use of our time. But you know what? The discussion that they had was so valuable and so inspiring. And the other thing that I just loved about this was that you don't have to have a lot of hype. Like I'm high energy and sometimes I get all excited and I'm animated. But these guys, I mean, I think Sam Evans is an introvert, and so he's very low key, but what he was saying had value and was inspiring. And I found myself being addicted to, like, I stayed for, the full half hour. And Alex Hermosi gives away, gems of information. And then Andrew Kirby, he was on this one. And so I already talked about Andrew Kirby with his synthesizer school. And so he was another person participating in the opening of the games for March. Um, so I'm just gonna uh, go here and play a little bit of this for you.
Questions answered. But if you don't attend live, you can still watch the recordings. And again, it's on the calendar. Click over, you'll have the Zoom access, and you can just go right in, and Kirby will be interviewing them.
Yep. Evelyn made 81K new MRR, and she'll be sharing everything, how she did it, how she got started. It'll all be revealed.
Yep. All right, 40 seconds.
Sam looks very menacing. I can imagine Sam being a pyromaniac when he was a kid.
Yeah.
I was actually just telling the story. I was burning ants with a magnifying glass when I was like 8, and then my neighbor like saw me doing it. And this lady came over and she like put my hand into their magnifying glass. She's like, "See what you're doing to them?" I just waited till she left, and I kept going back to it. All right, 5 seconds.
3, 2, 1. Hey. Light that torch.
All right. Let's light this thing. There we go.
The games have begun. The clock is ticking. All right, Thomas Hames, Coaching Evolution, just got the first $10 across the start line already, right at the top of the hour. As an aside for everyone here, refreshing this can get really addicting. So use at your own peril. Oh, Richie Lovelace, $25. Dennis, Healthy Anxiety University, $24. Eddie Abu, already up with $131 thing right at the top of the hour. There we go. Cruising. Already got 4 on the board.
4 in 1 minute.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Imagine what the second minute.
So here you can see that, already, the first one over the line when they started the games was Thomas Herons, and with $10, and 4 minutes in, there was 4 more people who had made sales into their community. And $10, I don't know, is that one person, is that 2 people? Same thing here, is that just one person? Maybe, and so you can see that they're low ticket entry. And so definitely, you don't have to have $97 a month. You can start lower and build from there. So something else I wanted to show you here. Yeah, so that was in February, and Hamza, he's the one who got the most, and at $88,000. That's what he brought in last month. And so the thing is that when you start a membership group here on Skool, that's reoccurring revenue. Yes, some people will decide, okay, I don't want to continue, and they might cancel their membership. But getting 80,000, 40,000, a month in recurring revenue, that really can set you up for the life and the business that you really desire. And like I said, Evelyn is she started it with the an $8 digital offer. That's pretty amazing, right? And yes, she probably has a big list or whatever, or who knows, right? We'll tune into her training and maybe we'll find out her secret about how she did that, right? Um, and so now it's March 4th. It's 4 days into, and here we have Hamza still crushing it. And so in the month, this is just for the month of March. This is what he's made so far. And that's new people coming in, right? So it's a monthly recurring revenue from new customers acquired during the month. Existing customer rebills don't contribute, right? So last month he made $88,000 and in 30 days. And so that's about, let's say, 30, let's say about 3,000, I guess, per day, just a little less. And it looks like he's crushing it now as well. So pretty amazing. And this is what if we look further down, and that's my mentor, Doug Boughton, Audience Conversion Academy. And yeah, so it's to belong to his academy, it's $500 a month. So he has so far got 3 people joining. And yeah. So this is all pretty amazing. Yeah. And Andrew, I guess he's got maybe a yearly program and it's 2000. Yeah. Very cool. Alrighty. Yeah, same thing here. Team We, Smart Girls Mastermind, Unlocked Mastermind, Day Trading Challenge. Who else do we have? The Creditpreneur, Communidad. So something of, I think with dads, a mastermind maybe for dads. Yeah. So and Socializer School as well. So there's like amazing things happening. And it, you could have like a high ticket item all the way down to like $8 that Evelyn has. Okay, so let's go back to the affiliates. So this is my affiliate link. If you're interested in your 14-day trial, you can, use my affiliate link. If you don't want to, you can just go to skool.com and find a link there somewhere. But I'll give you the option of using my referral link, and you can post that. Uh, I'll post that below this video, and you just click on that and sign up, and you get your free 14-day trial. And if you do sign up with my link, reach out to me on Facebook or Skool or wherever. If you have any questions, I'm super happy to help you, whether you decide to go forward after your 14-day or not. Yeah, just like reach out to me. And I'll be happy to help if I can. Like I said, though, there's like so many amazing resources that are for free. These are the instructions in the Skool games. But if you join the Skool community, which whether you decide to participate in the games or not, if you just want to be a member of my community, great. But I still recommend that you become a member of the Skool community just so that you can keep your finger on the pulse and see what's happening, and learn more about what's available to you should you take action and decide who you're going to be. All right. So thanks everybody for listening. I'm going to post the link for my affiliate link if you want to try Skool groups for 14 days for free. I'm also going to post the link to my story lounge, my free community of unearthing personal stories. If you'd like to join my free community, that would be super awesome. And that is it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you have any questions, let me know. Take care, everyone.